A U.S. Navy destroyer drew missile fire. Take a look at that there. While patrolling the Red Sea just off the coast of Yemen yesterday. Although the missiles did not hit the warship, a U.S. defense official says they were definitely targeted. Iranian-backed rebels claim responsibility for the attack, marking yet another close call involving an American ship in that region. Joining me right now is Maverick PAC National Co-Chair Morgan Ortagus. Morgan, you've spent a lot of time as an intelligence officer actually in the Middle East, there in Saudi Arabia. What do you make of this story?
Well, I think this is what happens when you embolden the largest sponsor of state terrorism in the world. The Houthi rebels in Yemen, this is no surprise to anyone who's lived and followed the region, are financed, trained, and equipped by the Iranians. So the U.S. government has not come out and said that Iran is behind the attack, but what they're saying is that it looks like the attack happened from entities that, again, are financed, trained, and equipped by the Iranians.
So we basically empowered Iran. We did this deal with them, and this is the way they thank us?
Well, and the real question for me is, Trish, where is the red line? So the administration has shown that they're willing to excuse any behavior by Iran in order to keep this deal in place. But how much is too much? So they can their proxies can shoot at our ships.
And what if
now?
they had actually hit the ship, Morgan?
In my opinion, what the U.S. president, what this administration should do is immediately find out who sent these missiles and retaliate. And they should send a message to the Iranians that you need to get your people under control. I mean, these are rebel groups that are financed and backed by Iran for years. They're responsible for the uprising in Yemen. They've been antagonizing the Saudis. And so this is an incredibly important story that I'm shocked that really no one but you is reporting, Trish, that American ships are being targeted by
well, is that in part, look,
you know,
and unfortunately, it's one of the later stories in the show, but that's in part because this election cycle is just sucking all the oxygen out of any other story that might actually.
But the moderators could have brought this up last night. I mean, you've moderated several debates. You know, if American ships were attacked, can you imagine not bringing it up as a question?
It is a very, very big story.
But we need to
where's
ask
the
about
administration on this?
Well, they really haven't said much. So the Defense Department, you know, came out and confirmed that this happened. But the Obama administration has not said we're going to retaliate, we're going to figure out who this is. Perhaps they're taking their time. I'll give them, you know, the benefit of the doubt. But what I think you're going to see between now and Election Day is you're going to see various entities, Iran, Russia, China, trying to get away with North Korea, trying to get away with as much as they can. China's going to continue to build islands in the South China Sea. North Korea is probably going to test another missile. They're getting away with all
this. Is that because they figure Obama sort of checked out and there's this vacuum of power, so they might as well exploit it to their advantage?
Well, in my opinion, he's been checked out for 8 years when it comes to foreign policy.
On that note, Morgan Ortagus, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Trish.